Topic 1. Former President Trump has proposed the elimination of the U.S. income tax, replaced with tariffs on imports, while President Biden's advisor unveils a new tax policy plan. Donald Trump, the former U.S. president, has suggested the idea of abolishing income tax by introducing an all-encompassing tariff policy. He mentioned that this policy could also be used to strengthen negotiating power against rogue nations. Trump's remarks indicate that he is considering a more protectionist trade policy if he defeats President Biden and wins re-election. His proposal has been criticized for potentially imposing a significant tax burden on low- and middle-income earners. Meanwhile, Lael Brainard, an economic advisor to President Biden, has unveiled a plan to address the expiring tax cuts enacted by former President Trump, worth trillions of dollars. Without congressional action, several provisions of the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, TCJA, are set to expire after 2025, potentially leading to tax increases for over 60% of taxpayers. Biden plans to extend tax cuts for those earning less than $400,000, adhering to principles that support the middle and working classes, while allowing TCJA provisions for those earning over $400,000 to expire. This is intended to increase revenue for fiscal responsibility and his commitments to the elderly. Trump has stated he would extend all TCJA provisions, but has not provided specifics on funding plans. Topic 2. The FAA criticized for too hands-off oversight of Boeing, as President Biden nominates Christy Goldsmith Romero to head the FDIC. FAA Administrator Mike Whitaker acknowledged before the Senate Commerce Committee that the FAA's oversight of Boeing was too lax prior to an incident on January 5th when a door panel flew off an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 during flight. He stated that the FAA is now placing more inspectors at Boeing factories and its major supplier, Spirit AeroSystems, and will continue to push for improvements in Boeing's safety culture. Whitaker admitted that the FAA had previously focused too much on paperwork audits and not enough on physical inspections, and has now shifted to a more proactive oversight model, combining audits and inspections. In other news, President Biden has nominated Christy Goldsmith Romero to chair the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC. This follows the current FDIC chairman, Martin Gruenberg's announcement that he would resign once a successor is confirmed by the Senate, after the release of an independent investigation into harassment, discrimination, and bullying issues. Romero, who served as the Special Inspector General for the Treasury's Troubled Asset Relief Program, TARP, during the Great Recession, monitored banks' misuse of funds. Previously confirmed unanimously by the Senate twice, Romero is seen as the person responsible for improving the FDIC's troubled culture. Topic 3. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas scrutinized for failing to disclose trips funded by Harlan Crow. Dick Durbin, the chairman of the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee, has claimed that Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas failed to disclose at least 3 private plane trips funded by Republican megadonor Harlan Crow in his financial disclosures. This information was obtained as a result of issuing a subpoena to Crow as part of an ethics investigation into the Supreme Court. Thomas has amended previous financial disclosures, including recent trips to Indonesia and California. Crow's office has agreed to provide 7 years of information to the committee to halt the investigation. Durbin has stated that the Supreme Court needs an enforceable code of conduct and mentioned that legislation imposing new ethics and financial rules on the Supreme Court will be pursued. Topic 4. Disney resolves dispute with Florida Governor DeSantis, signaling a potential de-escalation of tensions. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Disney have ended a long-standing dispute, reaching an agreement on the development of Walt Disney World Resort for the next 15 years. Under the